Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. With news, there may actually be criminal charges brought against the traders who fixed currency trading in London. But first, core indicators of international trade seem healthy. Air cargo data for the seasonal peak month of November shows a 6.8% rise from the same month a year ago, even though the industry added only 4.4% more capacity. Growth was very strong everywhere except Latin America. And for those that still follow it, we should note that the Baltic Dry Index rose from 429 at the start of 2016 to 961 at the end. That's more than a 100% gain. In the US, the Federal Reserve said it will pay a dividend of $92 billion in profits to the US Treasury for 2016. The figure is down from $98 billion that the central bank paid 12 months earlier. The Fed earns interest on government bonds it holds, most of them bought during the GFC. As of December, it alone held $5.5 trillion of federal government debt, or 28% of it. Bloomberg is reporting that prosecutors are poised to charge the currency traders at the heart of one of the biggest currency rigging investigations. The imminent criminal charges are against members of the cartel chat group who shared instant messages to coordinate the rigging of foreign exchange benchmarks by sharing confidential customer information. Unfortunately, the process could take a long time because all of them live or work in London, and extradition will be required to get them to court. Data out in China yesterday shows that CPI inflation there was up 2.1% in 2016. Chinese inflation levels have large international implications. Even more influential is their producer price inflation, and that has turned around remarkably. In 2015, it was actually a deflation of 5.9%, whereas in 2016 it has turned into inflation of 5.5%. Now that's a fast rise in anyone's language. Part of this rise is because iron ore and coal cost them so much more. And staying in China, data out overnight shows that 23.9 million cars were sold in China last year, a 15.9% rise. That's the fastest rate of growth in 3 years. But a tax incentive may have something to do with the size of the gain. In Australia, Rabobank is predicting that the 2017 milk production there will fall to a 20-year low. In New York, the US Treasury 10-year yield is essentially unchanged today, now at 2.39%. Oil prices are about $1 lower today following a similar fall yesterday, and now just under $51.50 for the US benchmark, while the Brent benchmark is now down to $54.50. The US is now expected to raise crude output by 300,000 barrels a day by 2018. That's a 4.5% higher than for 2016. The gold price is firmer again today, up $11 from this time yesterday, now at $1,189 an ounce. The New Zealand dollar is marginally softer, now at 69.9 US cents. On the cross rates, it's holding at 94.9 Aussie cents, and against the euro, it's at 66.2 euro cents. The TWI has slipped to 76.2. And in related currency news, it has been revealed that Bitcoin transactions out of China accounted for 98% of all Bitcoin transactions in the July to December 2016 period. Using Bitcoin to avoid Chinese capital controls has brought warnings from the Chinese central bank. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.